Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip, and I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your day. So my microphone died, and I don't understand why, but at some point I guess I'm gonna have to figure it out because it's not that old, and that shouldn't have happened, but it did. So anyway, I'm gonna try to go ahead and put something together here on this, hoping that this will suffice for the time being. I'm still gonna go live. I might be going live, obviously, with a different microphone. Guys, so Mike Rinder, in response to his response to Rabbit, as we know, threw a lot of shade at Aaron, like minimizing Mirriam's trauma by more or less saying that Aaron stirred the shit up because Mirriam went on Rabbit's channel, which is a pretty significant platform, and talked about what she felt. And of course, Aaron had to, and he had every right to respond, because why Aaron was even brought in to this was unnecessary. Aaron, he's very hurt over what happened, in his opinion, and how he got ousted from the AfterMathFoundation. A little bit more stuff has come out about that. I still think that Aaron's behavior was not right for any type of to be the face of any kind of foundation, regardless. I just don't think that the behavior in Clearwater, Florida, or the behavior in Los Angeles is good behavior. So I don't want to debate that again. I haven't changed my opinion on that. By the way, excuse me, Aaron, he brought up the Juliana incident again, only this time he gave Juliana's last name out. I don't know if that was common knowledge, or I don't know. But he never gave her name out before, as far as I know. Also, I thought that Aaron had said that he invited Juliana over a few times, but they weren't in a row. And on the thing that Aaron said this time, he said that 2 or 3 nights that Juliana was over, and definitely gave the impression that she was over 2 or 3 nights in a row. So that's something that I think is different than what he originally said. If it's not, that's my mistake. I need to look at that video and see, because I remember when he said it, I thought, that's not quite what you said last time. But anyway, guys, I just had to throw that in there because it's just fair. Now, I got a lot of people, again, talking out of both sides of your mouth. I could agree that Mike Rinder had no business bringing up Aaron in the situation that had to do with Mirriam and Rabbit. I think he did it just so that people would look over there, and those people that are pissed off at Aaron would go ahead and say, oh, Aaron did this. I'm not doing that, because I don't think that's the case. But I still think that the way Aaron handled Juliana, and especially now, I don't know why he gave her name out a couple times now. I don't know if her name's been out there or whatever. I was just surprised about that. And again, I was under the impression that he didn't have her over consecutively, and I thought that's what he said this time. So, beat me up, guys. Beat me up over it. I've also given a lot of credit to Aaron for the money he's raised, the personality he has, the charm he has, and the platform he has. He has over 250,000 people that follow him and subscribe to him. There is something that they're getting from him. Just like there was something that they got from L. Ron Hubbard. But not everything about L. Ron Hubbard was perfect, and not everything about Aaron was perfect. But I totally agree with him that there was no reason for Mike to even mention him in the situation that had nothing to do with him and all to do with Mirriam. So, and is that me talking out of both sides of my mouth? No, it's not. I think Aaron was wrong in some of his behavior. I implore some of his behavior. I deplore some of his behavior. And that's it. I think he was right in saying, what the fuck? I mean, so, but in saying that, as we know, and as Alonzo from Alonzo's blog brought up, what are you covering? Because Alonzo's been saying people have been covering for Mike for years. Because even Aaron said, listen, I had people tell me, are, are you guilty? I mean, Mike's guilty. There have been people coming out that have been saying stuff for a long time, but people have been squashing their voices. And they have.
Put me in that. This is a point I want to make about Aaron Smith-Levin that he says at around 14:21 in his video yesterday. Here's Aaron.
It is, of course, always unfortunate or inconvenient or whatever when former members start discussing each other in negative ways instead of discussing Scientology in negative ways. It's unfortunate and inconvenient because some people find it distasteful. But to act like there's something inherently wrong with it is also dishonest. Okay. To act like no one is allowed to call anyone else out on stuff because, oh, geez, it hurts the movement. It doesn't hurt the movement, guys.
Holy crap. Do you realize what he is saying here? Now, it may sound to you like I'm just being butthurt, that I got all this cyberbullying because I was exposing Mike Rinder the whole time, and Aaron was with a group of tribal ninnies and flying monkeys who were doing whatever they could to silence me, to cyberbully me into silence, to assassinate my character, to discredit me. But it's not just me. Many critics were silenced. And it was my head that was put on a pike for everyone to see. This is what happens to you if you expose Mike Rinder. This is what was going on, and Aaron was a huge part of it. I've shown in earlier videos just a slight fraction of what Aaron was involved in, things that I could find with his name on them.
The movement goes on. It is actually very healthy for us to be able to call each other out on stuff. Guess what, guys? We're not in a cult anymore.
Do you hear what he just said? Okay, I've been saying this for at least 14 years, and this is Aaron now admitting this after all the character assassination and cyberbullying that he has run and his tribal ninnies and his flying monkeys have run on me and my friends and others who've had the courage to try to expose Mike Rinder.
And for years and years and years, and I've been a part of this effort, for years and years and years, there are people who have, very inconveniently had concerns about Mike Rinder who have been told, that's not very helpful. Just my involvement on the Aftermath Foundation board put me in that position of also wishing that people who had concerns about Mike Rinder would just be quiet about it because I work with the guy. I'm saying this realizing I'm sort of talking about a weakness in me. Like, it was very inconvenient for me to be friends with Mike, be working with Mike. Mike worked for me, actually. I employed Mike Rinder. Plus, we worked together on the Aftermath Foundation board. So if people came to me with concerns about Mike Rinder, it's like, what am I supposed to now be everyone's messenger and go to Mike and be like, well, Mike, this person's upset with you and that person's upset with you. Like, it put me in a very uncomfortable position. I'm saying that because I have firsthand experience, and I can say from firsthand experience that there has been an effort over the many years to just try to get people to be like, do you really have to be so whiny about Mike Rinder? Like,
all right. That isn't how it was. All right. Can you just really be quiet? Can you just not be so whiny? That is not how it was. It was character assassination. It was cyberbullying. My blog was hacked. Other people's blogs have been hacked. Listen, Aaron, this is Aaron's not so radical transparency here. And I'm not saying this because I'm butthurt or that I have a hate boner for Mike Rinder. No, I'm saying this because covering up for Mike Rinder is covering up for Scientology. That's why I'm saying this. And when Aaron was covering up for Mike Rinder, which he is now admitting that he wasn't only just covering up for him, he was attacking people that were exposing him and assassinating their characters and making them and banning them from all kinds of places on the internet, making them silenced. See? So let me just say that it is so positive that so many people are coming out saying, listen, it's not an OSA program to criticize people. We need to know who the senior Scientology official was that ordered Lisa Marie Presley to intimidate Jane Doe #1. We need a bunch of other very specifics that it may be that you know, Aaron, about Mike Rinder. And you need to start telling those. You need to start exposing what you know that has to do with the important things regarding Scientology. When you cover up for Mike Rinder, you're covering up for Scientology. So.
And now those voices are coming to light. And Mike's idea of just getting out of I'm going to get off social media. And let me tell you something else. OhNoNora did something great. I'm going to put up some of her clips. And she said something to the effect of, I'm pretty sure it was OhNoNora that said, I watched a bunch of clips. I'm pretty sure she was the one that said, you can't keep reaching out about Leah Remini. You can't keep, see that, remember I did a video saying that the public feels safe when celebrities endorse things, or like I gave the example of Jimmy Savile, how and Jimmy Savile was a fucking monster, yet he was associated with the royal family, which made him appear safe. That's what people are saying that Mike Rinder now is doing. People are critical of Mike, saying, well, Leah and I, well, Leah and I, well, Leah. No. It's not you and Leah. It's you, Mike Rinder. It's not even the Aftermath Foundation. It's you, Mike Rinder. You can't conveniently have been around for certain things that happened, yet none of the crimes that were perpetrated. How convenient. That's not even good math. So the fact that now Mike is just going to hush. Everybody should listen to Mike. Because if you don't listen to Mike, you're not listening to the truth. There's a lot of people that know a lot more about Scientology than I will ever know. People that have lived in Scientology. You know, Nora says, Mike, I've heard about you when I was getting my hair done with friends that were part of that Guardian group. That Nora heard things firsthand from people. That's what she's saying. Why wouldn't I believe OhNoNora? Mike Rinder, we have seen lie again. I haven't seen OhNoNora lie. I haven't seen Mirriam lie. And you know, people are busting on Mirriam. Why does she think this? Why does she think that? Do you think Mirriam put in the screenshot of the affidavit that just blew out of her butt? Of course not. And then she asks about it, and she's made to look like she brought it on herself, very much like Scientology. You know, OhNoNora lays out this whole game plan that Mike Rinder supposedly had written up about how to how to go against your enemy, and it's a whole step by step. And then she compares it to what's going on. She compares it to what they did to Aaron, but she compares it to what they do to Mirriam as well. So what's up with that? Why hasn't Mike answered specific questions?
Over at various times over a long period. Mike, just stay in this lane. Just stay in it, honey. Stay on target. Those policies are unchanging. It's like he just wants to be this like policy expert who's just like a scholar. And then like, oh, I was all these other things. Like, Mike, I was also an RPFer. And guess what, Mike? I was on the RPF with like so many people from the Int base. This is why I know so many secrets. Like, I know so many secrets from Int because all those Int guys don't shut the fuck up about all the shit that went down at Int. And when they sent all of the Int RPFers down to pack, like as the ultimate punishment, like you're gross, you can't sit with us. Like they fucking spilled the beans. And my twin was already from Int. So I got put in the special room with the other Int only people, you know, like you get to sit with us. And I got to be in the dorm room with the Int cuties. And like they spilled the beans. Like when we're braiding our hair at night, they would just like talk about you and Guillaume and fucking David and like all the shit that you guys did. So don't fucking sit here and play innocent with me. I know this shit.
He said that he was that he ran OSA. Yet he did nothing. Like he did all the good stuff and none of the bad stuff. He hasn't admitted to any crimes. He talks about OSA like it was a whole other lifetime ago and it had nothing to do with him. Kind of like the thing that I said about that show, I almost got away with it. Like you get the chance to do it again, but you don't get the chance to legally try to do it again. It's just because you got away with it. And then you get caught later. And now the whole controversy is, oh, did they learn from their crimes? Did they redeem themselves? It's not up to you, Mike. Alonzo's been saying the same thing for a long time. His story hasn't changed. You can see his blogs from years and years ago. You could see, I watched something from OhNoNora from 7 years ago. These people keep saying the same thing. And then people who, I don't know what it is, why they have this affinity towards Mike Rinder, or even an affinity towards Hey, Aaron, we're all just people. We are flawed. I'm flawed too. I'm flawed too. Alonzo's been saying this for a long time, and it's clear that Mike has been in some sort of cahoots with Aaron. Aaron has kept secrets from Mike. So, do you still believe that Mike is so innocent of everything? And do you think it's okay that Aaron kept those secrets until something bad happened? It seems like Aaron has loyalty, and it's very black and white. If he has loyalty towards you, then regardless of what you do, he's got your back. There are people like that. I am not like that. I am on the side of what I think is right and just, and that's why people think that I talk out of both sides of my mouth. No. I could really, really, really like you, but if I find that you did something wrong and it's immoral and like I got a problem with it, I'm going to pull away from you. And if it's something illegal, like you've put me in a situation that I have to live with myself. So what is more important to me is not being loyal to a person. What's more important to me is doing what's right by what I think is right by my code of ethics, and that's my thing. So it's not that I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth. It's what I'm loyal to. And it's never going to be just a person, period, because if that person really fucks up, then I don't have their back in that occasion. I might be there for support, but I'm not going to sit there and tell them they did the right thing and keep their dark secrets. That's how you get sick. So, no. But Alonzo's been saying this, and people have been riding him, and now he's getting a little bit of vindication, and I bet you it does feel good. Why shouldn't it feel good? He's been forced to shut up and people attacking him like that. He's seen it firsthand and been a part of it firsthand. He's been that result, that collateral damage. And how do people think this is the greater good? I want to know how Scientologists think that cleaning the toilet is the greater good of anything.
The idea behind the RPF is that you get sent there, you do manual labor, and you and another person work with each other using Scientology techniques to make yourself better. In reality, you're working 10 to 16 hours a day. 10 of those hours are generally spent doing very hard physical work, construction, mill work, very, very grungy work. I mean, we cleaned out buildings of asbestos wearing nothing but a painter's mask and a long sleeve shirt. We were made to do demolitions of buildings with no safety equipment whatsoever. We would set up and climb 10 stories of scaffolding to redo the stucco on exteriors of buildings. And we were expected to do these things at lightning speed for the generous pay of $12 a week. That's right, $12 a week for almost 100 hours of work. So while doing this, I encountered many physical problems. I mean, obviously, working your body that hard has massive consequences. I was physically accosted. I broke 3 ribs. Actually, I didn't break them.
Guys, so seriously, so what do you think of OhNoNora? You think she's full of shit too? She's got videos going back for years too. You can check them out.
And in the C organization, the rules about sex are very, very strict. Before you get married, you are only allowed to hold hands and French kiss. That's it. No rubbing, touching, no anything. Not even hugging too long. That can get you massive trouble. So
Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Thanks a lot. Please like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate participating in the comments. I'm going live tonight, Sunday, February 11th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to answering some questions. We're just going to try it out. I've not gone live before. Looking forward to speaking with you guys. All right, guys, take care. I know it's a Super Bowl. I didn't really figure that out. So anyway, all right, guys, take care of yourselves. Hope to see you. Be better today than you were yesterday, but not half as good as you're going to be tomorrow. Thanks, guys.